In baseball, it happens every fall. Hearts flutter, blood pressure rises, excitement fills the air. It's World Series time, the premier event of the American sports scene. 1956 presents an encore performance by the same antagonists who fought it out in a thrilling 7-game series in 1955. The Brooklyn Dodgers and the New York Yankees, managed by Walt Alston and Casey Stengel. Baseball is unchallenged as our great national game. No other sport can sustain the interest of the entire country for 6 long months and then rekindle it to climactic heights in a postseason series. From the tiniest little leaguer in a crossroads town to the #1 citizen in the White House, pulses quicken as attention is turned to the struggle for baseball supremacy. President Dwight D. Eisenhower, despite a busy election year, finds time to attend the opening game of the 1956 series at Brooklyn. Manager Alston of Brooklyn introduces all the Dodgers to President Eisenhower, who had made a special request to shake hands with all the players. Next come the Yankees, introduced by manager Stengel. Beginning their warm-ups down in the bullpens are the starting pitchers. 39-year-old Sal the Barber Magley will hurl for the Dodgers. Sal staged a great comeback for Brooklyn, highlighting his 13 victories with a no-hitter September 25th. Going for the Yankees will be Ed Whitey Ford, the stocky southpaw, who won 19 games during the regular season. The capacity throng rises for the national anthem while the colors are raised. The umpires gather at plate for a briefing on ground rules and a check of the lineup cards. President Eisenhower tosses out the first ball to catcher Roy Campanella, safely clearing the heads of the battery of photographers with a perfect pitch. Campy promptly returns the ball to the president. Magley takes his warm-up throws. Hank Bauer steps to the plate and the series is underway. Bauer grounds out to Jackie Robinson for the first out of the game. Enos Slaughter slashes the ball down to Gil Hodges, and it skids off his glove for a hit. That brings to the plate Mickey Mantle, winner of baseball's triple batting crown. He won the American League batting title, led in runs batted in, and walloped a total of 52 home runs. Magley gets 1 strike on Mantle, and there it goes over the right field fence across Bedford Avenue and deep into a parking lot. Slaughter scores ahead of Mantle, and the Yankees have a quick 2-0 lead. In the last half of the second inning, Robinson gets the first hit off Ford. It's a homer into the left field stand. Hodges drops a pop fly single into short center. Guerrillo follows with a double to left center. And Hodges races home to tie the score at 2-2. With 1 out in the 3rd inning, Reese of the Dodgers beats out a hit to deep short, on which Gil McDougall makes a sparkling backward stop, but his throw is too late. Snyder drops a single into center field. Gil Hodges smashes a home run into the left field lower deck. Reese and Snyder score ahead of him, and the Dodgers lead 5-2. With 1 out in the 4th inning, Martin hits Magley's first pitch into the left field seats, and the Yankees reduce the lead 5-3. Magley, pitching brilliantly, still has his 3-run lead going into the 9th. First up is Hank Bauer. He's strikes out in one of Magley's baffling curveballs. It's the 10th strikeout for the barber. Slaughter, who has given Magley trouble all day, lines a single to left. That brings up Mantle. On the second pitch, Mickey hits sharply to Junior Gilliam, who starts a lightning double play, and the Dodgers win 6-3. Magley is mobbed by his mates, and the crowd gives the amazing veteran an ovation. This time, however, the fans do not rush for the exits. They remain in their seats until President Eisenhower leaves. The president obviously enjoyed himself. For a few hours at least, he was able to leave behind the cares of state, just as millions of other fans during the season escaped the stress and strain of their own lives by the relaxation of watching a ball game. It was a wonderful day for the Dodgers, too. Magley the Magnificent, who had won the big ones for the Dodgers in the pennant stretch drive, came through once again. And there was great personal satisfaction for Magley, since it was his first World Series victory after losing one while with the Giants. Adlai Stevenson, candidate for the presidency, interrupts his busy campaign through the East to visit Ebbets Field for the second game of the World Series. A distinguished spectator, Stevenson shows he's neutral by wearing both Dodger and Yankee caps. Another neutral is the Commissioner of Baseball with Mrs. Frick. Starting pitchers for Game 2 are Don Larsen and Don Newcomb. Newcomb, 27-game winner this season, will try to make it 2 straight for the Dodgers over the Yankees. The Yanks, after taking a 1-0 lead in the first inning, are on the march in the second. Larsen's base hit brings in Billy Martin, who had singled and was sacrificed to second. And now it's 2-0 with 1 out. McDougal drives a hit to right, and Larsen pulls up at second. Enos Slaughter slaps a grounder to Reese, and McDougal is forced at second while Larsen takes third. Mickey Mantle's up. Newcomb, pitching carefully, walks the home run king of 1956. Bases filled. And Yogi Berra advances to the plate. Now the Brooklyn pitcher is in a spot. Newcomb's first pitch misses the plate. On the next one, Berra connects and the ball goes high and far over the right field wall. 4 more runs, a 6-0 lead, and Yogi has hit the 5th Grand Slammer in World Series annals. It's a long, slow walk for Don Newcomb. That's a nice fat lead for Larsen as Gil Hodges opens the Dodger half of the second with a single to right center. Joe Collins takes Sandy Amoros's grounder, but wait. He drops the ball, and there's no play at either base. It's his first World Series error. The bases are filled when Carl Furillo walks. Campanella sends a sacrifice fly to Slaughter, and Hodges scores the Dodgers' first run. Dale Mitchell comes up to bat for Roebuck. And Billy Martin takes his pop foul. The bases are jammed again when Gilliam walks. Stengel calls for Johnny Cooks to get that 3rd out. Reese, after hitting 4 fouls, singles to left, sending Amoros and Furillo across the plate. It's time for another pitching change. Stengel brings in Tommy Byrne, a southpaw, to face left-hand hitting Duke Snyder. The Duke misses a wide curve. But not this one. There it goes over the right center field screen. And this game is tied 6-6. It's Snyder's 10th series home, tying him with Lou Gehrig. Only the mighty Babe Ruth has hit more, 15. The Brooklyn fans are rejoicing now. The Dodgers add a run in the third. But the Yankees make it 7-7 in the fourth off Don Besant. It's Hodges up in the fifth against Morgan. Snyder and Robinson on base. Again, it's a drive to left, and Slaughter sprawls as the ball goes past him for a double. Now it's 11-7. Brooklyn's up in the eighth, and Mickey McDermott is the Yankees' seventh pitcher, a World Series record for one club in a single game. Cirillo singles to left. Bauer drops Campanella's fly for an error. The runners move up when Besson sacrifices. Now the Yankee infield draws in for a possible play at the plate. But Gilliam's sharp hit goes past Martin. In come Cirillo and Campanella. Brooklyn 13, New York 7. It's the last chance for the Yankees as they come up in the ninth. Slaughter leads off with a single. Mantle flies to Snyder. But Berra singles to center, and Slaughter takes third. Collins forces Berra, Reese to Gilliam, and Slaughter brings in the first Yankee run off Besant since the fourth inning. Besant has his first World Series victory when Bauer flies to Gino Cimoli. For the second straight game, Brooklyn fans have something to cheer about. The World Series moves to Yankee Stadium for the third game. Walter O'Malley, president of the Brooklyn Club, his wife and son are enjoying the situation immensely. Another happy group includes President Warren Giles of the National League and two members of his staff, Fred Flagg and Dave Grody. Brooklyn's two coaches, Billy Herman and Jake Pitler, who were so busy waving runners around the bases at Ebbets Field, hope the activity continues. Starting pitchers for the third game are Whitey Ford and Roger Craig. After a scoreless first inning, Robinson walks to open the Brooklyn second. Hodges smashes the ball to deep short, and both runners are safe when Robinson slides into second ahead of McDougal's throw. Cirillo flies to Bauer, and Robinson takes third. Campanella follows with a long drive to right field. Bauer slips as he starts for the ball, but recovers and makes a sparkling catch in front of the Yankee bullpen. And Robinson trots home to give the Dodgers a 1-0 lead. With one out in the Yankee half of the second, Martin drives the ball into the left field seats, and the game is tied at 1-1. No further scoring threat until Reese triples to right center with one out in the Brooklyn sixth. Snyder then sends Mantle deep for his 400-foot drive to center field. Reese has plenty of time to score and put Brooklyn back in the lead 2-1. With one out and Bauer on first following a single, Berra keeps the rally rolling with a single to right center, and Bauer dashes to third. Slaughter is the next batter and works the cautious Craig to a 3-1 count. Craig then makes one too good for Slaughter, and he propels the ball into the right field stands, scoring Bauer and Berra ahead of him and sending the Yankees out in front 4-2. Slaughter is given a hero's welcome by the Yankee bench. And when he goes to the outfield, the fans in his sector give him another special ovation. Furillo opens the ninth with a 400-foot smash to right center. He races past second base and is out at third when Martin throws a strike on a relay from Bauer. Carey tosses out Charlie Neal for the last out, and the Yankees win 5-3. The fans depart talking about the ageless Slaughter and the excellent pitching of Whitey Ford, who scattered 8 hits, 4th World Series victory. Tom Sturdivant, 26-year-old right-hander who helped the Yankees win the flag with a 16-8 record, will face the National League champion. Tom draws an experienced World Series competitor, 29-year-old Carl Erskine, who will be making his 10th appearance and 7th start. Officials of the New York Giants, headed by President Horace Stoneham, are here to watch the excitement. Also among today's crowd are Frank Lane, St. Louis Cardinals general manager, and the club's field skipper, Fred Hutchinson. Another who will be pulling for the Dodgers is Bob Carpenter, president of the Philadelphia Phil. Sturdivant holds the Dodgers safe in their first, and now Hank Bauer faces Erskine in the Yankee half. Back goes Snyder for the drive 400 feet away, holding the ball as he scrawls. The Yanks have their first base runner when Collins doubles to the right field corner. Hodges takes Mantle's grounder, and Erskine covers for the out. Collins moving over to third. There are 2 strikes on Berra when he slashes a single into the outfield after Reese makes a desperate dive for the ball. Collins comes in to give the Yankees a 1-0 lead. That's still the score when Snyder doubles off the right field wall at the start of the 4th. The first hit off Sturdivant. After Robinson fouls out, Hodges drops a soft single center, scoring Snyder with a tying run. This makes it 8 runs batted in for Gill, only 1 short of the World Series record. Mantle works Erskine for a pass at the start of the Yankee 4th. As Berra strikes out, Mickey steals second. With first base open, Erskine gives Slaughter an intentional pass, bringing boos from the Yankee fans. Strategy goes astray when Martin singles to left center, scoring Mantle and putting Slaughter on third. A sacrifice fly by Gil McDougall to Snyder brings in Slaughter for a 3-1 Yankee edge. It's still Yankees 3, Dodgers 1, when McDougall moves to his left and whips out Hodges. Ed Roebuck faces Mantle at the start of the Yankee 6th. After looking at one pitch, the slugger pounds the next one into the center field bleachers. His 2nd homer of the series and 7th in postseason play. With Andy Carey on first after hitting a single off Don Drysdale in the New York 7th, Bauer wallops his first World Series homer, a shot into the lower left field seats. The Yankees lead 6-1. It's the 9th inning. Robinson leads off with a double to deep left center. Following a strikeout by Hodges, Amorous walks. Sturdivant's in trouble after walking Furillo to load the bases with only 1 away. Campanella drops a single into left field. And Robinson comes across the plate. Stengel talks to Sturdivant and gives him a pat and a vote of confidence. Randy Jackson bats for Drysdale and takes a third strike. The Dodgers' last hope is Gilliam. But he lifts a fly to Mantle for the final out of the ball game. The 69,705 fans have seen the Yankees fight back to square the series in this fourth match. It's a big moment for Tom Sturdivant, who started his career as an infielder. Manager Bertie Tebbetts and General Manager Gabe Paul of Cincinnati are among the spectators at the fifth game. But they didn't miss by much, having active roles themselves in the 1956 World Series. Phil Rizzuto, former Yankee shortstop, is engrossed in pregame chatter with General Manager Hank Greenberg of Cleveland. Before the game, Casey Stengel of the Yankees has an informal council of war with his fine staff of coaches, Bill Dickey, Frank Crosetti, and Jim Turner. The fifth game, obviously, is a big one, with the series tied at 2-all, and Stengel would like to get the edge before the action returns to Brooklyn. He had success bringing back Ford for a second start following an early round knockout in Brooklyn, and he tries it again with Don Larson. For the Dodgers, it's once more the fabulous Sal Magley, winner of the opening game, as Alston tries to regain the advantage lost the past 2 days. Robinson leads off the Brooklyn second by whistling a terrific liner at Andy Carey. The ball caroms off his glove to McDougald, who scoops it up and throws Robbie out. Magley is even rougher than he was in the first game. He retires the first 11 men to face him. Next to challenge him is Mantle with 2 out in the fourth inning. Magley works carefully. The count reaches 2-2, and then Mantle hammers the ball down the right field line and into the stands, only a few feet fair. The Yankees lead 1-0. Berra wraps a sizzling liner to center, and Duke Snyder races over and makes a sensational backhanded somersault catch, clearing the ball above the grass tops. With 1 out in the Brooklyn fifth, Hodges rockets one of Larson's pitches to left center, and the drive looks good for extra bases. However, it's Mantle's turn for fielding brilliance as he overhauls the ball and makes a tremendous one-handed catch. Magley's first pitch is slapped into center field for a single by Carey in the 6th inning. Larson steps into the box and looks for a signal from third base coach Frank Crosetti. Larson lays down a sacrifice, and Carey moves to second base. On Magley's second pitch, Bauer singles to left, and Carey scores to make it 2-0 for the Yankees. All attention by this time is being focused on Larson, and it isn't because of the strange sight he presents of pitching without a windup. Don hasn't permitted a hit, and no Dodger has reached first base. He continues his pitching charm through the 7th, and now it's the 8th inning. Jackie Robinson is the first batter. With 2 strikes on him, Jackie bounces the ball to the box, and Larson tosses him out. Hodges is next. Larson begins with a called strike. And with a count 1-2, Hodges lines to Carey. Then comes Amaris. For the 3rd straight time, Larson starts with a called strike. On the second pitch, Amaris flies to Mantle. There is no secret about Larson's no-hit bid. He receives a deafening standing ovation from the crowd when he steps to the plate as the first Yankee batter in the 8th. But Magley still is conceding nothing. Larson strikes out. Bauer also goes down swinging on a back-breaking curve. Collins then takes his turn, and Magley also whiffs him to strike out the side. Now the stage is all Larson's, and a strange hush falls over the crowd as it realizes the overpowering drama of the situation. Never before has a pitcher hurled a no-hitter in the World Series, much less a perfect game. Larson is only 3 outs away. First man to face Larson in the ninth is Carl Furillo. The first pitch is a called strike. Furillo fouls the next one back into the screen. Ball 1 high. Another foul into the stand. Then still another. Furillo flies to Bauer. The second batter is Roy Campanella, another dangerous hitter. Crouching behind Yogi Berra at the plate is the most important man in the ballpark to Larson. That's the plate umpire, Babe Pinelli. Every pitch is important now. Campanella fouls the first pitch down the left field line. Then Campy bounces the ball to Martin and is thrown out. Only one man now blocks Larson from the greatest pitching achievement of all time, and that man is Dale Mitchell, who comes to the plate to pinch hit for Magley. The first pitch is a ball high. Then a curve for a called strike. A swinging strike, and the count is 1-2. Larson touches the rosin bag. Takes his time, removes his cap. Another pitch is fouled off. Larson goes through the same cap-tugging and dirt-pouring maneuvers. He faces the batter again, and from behind the plate, umpire Pinelli awaits the pitch with intense concentration. Here it comes. Mitchell starts to move the bat, checks his swing, and Pinelli's arm goes up. Strike 3. And with that fateful move, Pinelli opens the door to the Hall of Fame for Larson. It also touches off one of the wildest player demonstrations the Yankees ever have staged. As the Yankees win 2-0, and within a fraction of a second, Larson is surrounded by a seething mass of Yankees that gradually sweep him toward the clubhouse where bedlam breaks loose. Larson's fantastic performance of retiring 27 men in succession hasn't been accomplished in the major leagues since 1922. For Pinelli, the game was a wonderful climax to an amazing 22-year career as a National League umpire in which he never missed an assignment in more than 3,400 games. Larson was lavish in his praise of his battery mate, Yogi Berra. Don pitched the perfect game, but Yogi also caught a perfect one. He turned in a brilliant job behind the plate. This World Series will be decided in Ebbets Field. Down 3-2, the Dodgers will battle to throw it into another deadlock. Brooklyn has beaten the Yankees 5 straight on this field, including 3 last year. The burden today is on Bob Turley, the fireballing right-hander. He meets a tough opponent in Clem Labine, who comes out of the bullpen for the Dodgers' last-ditch stand. The American League office force from Chicago, headed by President Will Harridge, with Earl Hilligan, Service Bureau Director, is prepared to cheer another triumph by the Yankees. After Bauer opens with a single to center, Collins raps to Gilliam, who starts a double play. Berra greets Labine with a single off the right field screen at the start of the Yankees' second. Gilliam comes in fast for Slaughter's roller and gets Berra at second with a backhand flip to Reese. It's still a scoreless battle as the Dodgers come up in the 5th. Furillo strikes out. Curley's pitching without a windup. The Yankee hurler makes Campanella a strikeout victim too. And then he whips Labine on 3 pitches. The 8th strikeout for Bob. The 7th inning is over, and the battle is still scoreless. And Campanella fans for the 3rd time. It's the 10th strikeout for Turley. One is out in the New York 8th when Collins smashes a double off the scoreboard. Alston comes to the mound. Will Labine pitch to Mantle? No, he's giving Mickey an intentional pass. Vera sends a short fly to Snyder, and the Dodgers breathe easier. Slaughter's roller is taken by Gilliam, and the threat is over. It's great clutch pitching by the 30-year-old Labine. In the Brooklyn eighth, Curley has 2 strikes on Labine when the pitcher doubles into the left field corner, and it's only the 3rd Dodger hit. Gilliam twice bunts foul. Then fans. Curley's 11 strikeouts are high for Yankee pitchers in World Series play. Mantle scoots over for Reese's fly. Then Stengel calls a strategy meeting with the dangerous Snyder at the plate. Brooklyn fans boo when the Duke is purposely passed. The Yankee crisis is over when Robinson pops to Carey. The Yankees come to bat in the 10th. Once before in series history have 2 teams gone into extra innings with neither having scored. Labine makes Curley a victim on strikes. Bauer sends a grounder to Reese for an easy out. Labine continues his mastery as Gilliam tosses out Collins to retire the Yankees. With 1 out in Brooklyn's 10th, Gilliam walks. Reese sacrifices, and now Gilliam is in scoring position. With first base open, the Yankees take no chances and pass Snyder. Robinson, after a foul and a ball, flashes a drive to left. The leap by Slaughter is in vain. Gilliam comes home in the single with a run, which wins for the Dodgers 1-0. Let's have another look at that play. It's a tough one for Turley to lose, and a grand one for Labine to win. The crowd saw 2 great pitchers today, and baseball drama at its best. Every game has its heroes. One of them certainly was Robinson, who delivered the big hit, and the other was Clem Labine with his great pitching skill. So tomorrow, we'll tell the story. This is the day, a chilly one, October 10, when the 1956 World Series champion will be crowned. Hundreds of reporters, photographers, and movie cameramen are in Ebbets Field for the 7th and deciding game between the Dodgers and the Yankees. A spectator for the entire series is Joe Cronin, general manager of the Boston Red Sox. 23-year-old Johnny Cooks, making his first series start, is the hope of the Yankees. For the Dodgers, it will be big Don Newcomb. And here are the men who have maintained the Yankee dynasty: Del Webb, George Weiss, Dan Topping, and Casey Stengel. 7 pennants in 8 seasons for Casey, and 5 World Series triumphs. Hank Bauer shoves off for the Yankees with a leadoff single in the first inning. With Martin batting, Bauer steals second. Then Martin strikes out. Newcomb fans Mickey Mantle on a 3-2 pitch. The count is 2 strikes when Yogi Berra slams one down the right field line. His second homer of the series sends the Yankees out in front 2-0. With one away in the Yankee third, Martin singles past Reese. Again, Mantle goes down swinging at Newcomb's blazing fastball. The Brooklyn pitcher gets 2 strikes on Berra. But Yogi connects, and it's another homer over the right center wall. It's 10 runs batted in for Yogi, an all-time World Series record. The Yankees go ahead 4-0. It's the start of the 4th inning. And Elston Howard blasts a home run. Manager Alston calls for Don Besson to stop the Yankee sluggers. That's all for Newcomb. In the 7th, the Yanks still lead 5-0. Roger Craig is the Brooklyn pitcher, and Martin singles to left center. Mantle draws a walk, and this brings up Berra. While Yogi is at bat, both runners advance on a wild pitch. The bases are filled when Berra is walked intentionally. No one out, and Bill Skowron up. There goes the first pitch. A homer into the left field seats. That makes it 9-0. 2 records tumble. It's the 12th homer of the series for the Yankees, and it's the first time the team has hit 2 grand slammers in the same series. Cooks goes into the 9th with a 2-hitter and a 9-0 lead. Gilliam goes out on a grounder to Skowron. Reese tries a surprise maneuver, but Berra grabs his bunt in foul territory. Snyder drives a single to center. Robinson misses the 3rd strike. The ball bounces away, but Berra throws him out at first. The Yankees, with this 9-0 crusher, have won their 17th World Series. The long struggle is over, and it's a time of victorious madness for the Yankees, who came back after losing the first 2 games. It was a great series, a series of surprises, a series of record-breaking slugging, of superlative pitching, topped by Don Larsen's perfect game. For the 2nd straight year, a 7th game was necessary to decide the champion in this 53rd World Series. A salute to the world champion Yankees, and to the Dodgers, always a worthy opponent. A grand game again has reached its yearly climax, bringing thrills and enjoyment to millions at home and abroad, just as it will continue to do year after year.